And we're live with the jive. I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, and messenger of God. And the crowd goes wild. What's up, everybody? Hey, new people. Welcome. Don't fuck this up, okay? God brought you over here to bring you back to the light. Don't get all offended and fuck this up. Okay? Okay. And then again, you could fuck it up and keep fucking it up. Keep fucking up your life. He's going to keep giving you chances. Why? Because he's ever merciful and he loves you. If I can't do it for you, he'll try to find another way to do it for you. Let's do it. I heard Tone Loke. Drop the beat. In order to keep up with me, I don't know if anything really from my past videos is going to come up, but mainly, my community page. We're going to talk about what I just posted. Well, what I was posting yesterday as well. What did I just post? Doppelgangers are in full effect. Alright, so I look up and I see that everybody's trying to be me again. That is your biggest mistake. When you tell the universe that you want to be me, you're telling the universe that you want the trials and tribulations that they have put me through. You want to be me, but you don't understand. In order to be me, to be this person, you have to go through what I went through. That's what makes a person, is their experiences, right? You can't just dress yourself up. You can't talk like me. You can't do your hair like me. You can't wear glasses like me. You wear glasses. I wear glasses. What do we got to do to make this? You don't wear glasses. First off, fucking pudgy fucking gut. Yeah, your fucking guts are hanging out in your videos. You know who you are. And then we got other people like, trying to use biblical words and you can't be somebody else. And the only people that believe that you're something new are people that are blind to the truth. You wasn't talking like this last week. You didn't look like this last week. Those are people that, don't pay attention to the truth around them. That'll take in your lies and your bullshit. You didn't talk like this ever before now, but now all of a sudden you're talking like this, you're dressing like this, you're eating like this. What's up with you? Oh no, I just want to be a better version of myself. Really? Because this isn't yourself. You're not being yourself. You're being somebody else. Anyways, I've been through 2 years of this and everybody wants to be me. But they don't want to do the work that I do. And when you tell the universe and you walk around trying to put your skin like mine, you now are putting on all of that darkness. You want to be like me, then you're going to have to go through what I went through. That's just how it works. You can't be someone you're not. You don't have the experience to act or talk or walk or look like that person. It was their actual development that developed them into this. You can't just put it on. You can be an actress, but you're not going to get an award for it. You're just dressing up. You're a pretend hoe. And that's not going to get you nowhere. Unless you're dealing with fake people that buy that shit. That don't know no better and believe that this is who you really are. Fine. But you're not going to get respect from anybody real because they know that you really ain't shit. Ain't shit, motherfuckers. So I just want to point that out. Truthfully, I don't care. What you're doing is putting a target on yourself. You're calling it in from the universe. I want to be like her. Okay, we'll give you what we gave her. Let's see if you could be like her. And that's it. And then you get fucked over because all this shit starts coming at you and you didn't do the work. You don't have the mentality to overcome such things. But you want to be like me and act like you have the mentality and that you can be strong in such ways. But the only way to gain strength is to be in those weak ass positions and find your way out. That's how you find you. That's what develops your character, is how you cope and deal with life. You know what I mean? That's why we got these weak ass motherfuckers that don't know how to deal with life because they got weak ass minds. That's it. They're just all in their imagination, all in what, everybody else says and what they think is right. And then there's the rest of you that don't even think about what's right and wrong. You just be at it. You just think that everything you do is on point. Bro, you're not even tipping the scales. Like that shit ain't even moving. For reals. There's no electricity floating through this bullshit. You're nothing more than your parents' fucking sperm and egg. You have not walked in anything else but your own flesh. So you're not going to be anything else but your own flesh. You're going to live up to your first and last name. And that's it. But those names are not written in the stars. Those are just names given to you by your parents. Those are not sacred bloodlines. Those are nothing. You're just another generation of this family. Here to do it better, but doing the same as everyone else. Trying to be someone else. Not being yourself, but rather trying to be like everyone else. What's the next great thing? Let's dress up like her. Let's talk like her. I am the best thing, but that's because I am what God made me to be. I don't have to be someone else to be great. I'm great just the way that God made me. You are constantly trying to be somebody else. You don't like who you are. You don't appreciate what God made you to be. You don't walk in that divinity. You walk around with this heavy, ugly flesh, you know what I mean, full of discord and just disgruntled about your life and how you can't be that person. You don't have her life and you don't have his life and you don't got their car and you ain't got the new iPhone and you ain't got this and you just want to be like someone else. Envy, coveting, pride. That's all flesh, bro. That's all flesh. You're not good enough in your own skin, so you have to go and become something you're not, so that you can tell your skin that you are good enough. But that's all a lie too. You believe that, you know, if you have this, then you're good enough. You weren't good enough without it. And I'm seeing Nipsey right now. If you got to buy a chain and do all this just to get a girl, then you wasn't shit to begin with, because all the girl wants is the shit you put on, not you. She wants all that shit, not you. But if you have all that shit, then you can get her too. Do you understand? Okay. So going back to it, to you guys, girls, children, whoever you are out there doing this, it's fun and all, but ultimately no, because what's going to happen is you're going to get fucked over and you're going to have to wear the skin that you're trying to be. You know what I mean? And it's not a good ride. You know, you guys sit there and it's fun to talk about, to watch my stories, but the truth is you don't want to be this person. Because you're constantly criticizing or gossiping or trying to make it out to be something it completely isn't. But you're not going to give up anything for God's glory. You're not going to do what he says. You're not going to, you know what I mean? You don't want to be this person. You just want the accolades that come with it, which is respect. You know what I mean? You don't respect who I am and what I've done and where my respect comes from. You just want to wear my skin. I want to be like her. Then do the work. And people will respect you too. You'll start to find out how strong you are. You'll start to become independent outside of, you know, the world's perception of what you should be. You'll start becoming you. You don't need to be me. But ultimately, that's what I was laughing about. That's what the Spirit says. They want to be like Mark. And that's just it. You want all this power. You want all this glory. You want the ability. But you don't want to do what it takes to restore your birthrights. And that's all it is. And that's what Jesus said. It all lies within you. But you're searching outside of you to put it into you. And that's why, you know what I mean, I go back to my previous video. It's like the magical community has no power against me. Because they seek power outside of God to fight the God inside of me. The power of God given to me. It's like, you're never going to win. You guys are stupid. Oh, I can be better than her. That's your idea. You're constantly trying to be better than yourself or someone else. That's all flesh. Again, coveting, envy, all of that, pride. You just want to be someone else. You have no respect for who you are as a human being and how you were created. Oh, I'm seeing this girl yesterday. Something happened. I went to a store and this girl, she said her name. And my spirit said she's a Lumerian. And I was like, wow. And so I tell her, I was like, your name is that of the Lumerians. Do you know of the Lumerians? She said, no. It's like, do you know Mount Shasta? She said, yeah. It's like, all the power that comes from Mount Shasta is from the Lumerians. They are a they are a forgotten civilization from the Pacific. It's like, you need to look into them. I was all, we are covered in the blood of Christ. Our flesh has been saved by Christ. But we are the universe, and the whole universe lies within us. And it is our job to know that what star seeds we are and where we stem from. You can't know any of that when you're trying to be like Kim Kardashian. You can't be who you really are when you're trying to be like somebody else's flesh. All you want to do is wear the flesh. You want to wear this suit and suit up and pretend like you're this person in the flesh. But your flesh has no power. And that's what I mean. I posted that last night, is like, you know, your self-imposed, you know, ultracism that you put on yourself, this, you know, high sense of self that I'm all confident and I'm this and I'm that. The more you tell yourself what you are, the more I realize you aren't any of that. You're telling yourself who you are and telling others who you are rather than just being what you are. You know what I mean? And that's it. I have to look a certain way. I have to talk a certain way. I have to eat a certain way. I must drive. I must live like others. I must be like others. There's no authenticity in a, you know, mass society and group, you know what I mean, and group organizations. You're part of a, you know, a bunch of low vibrations. That's it. You are guilty by association. Are we rhyming? Get excited. And that's what that means, is like you want so much to fit in just to be like everyone else. And everyone else are just trying to fit in with everyone else. So you're a low class of, I want to fit in motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Then you've got, you know, this tarot reader. I'm not saying her name. Again, I'm not clouting you. You guys get no love. You get no love. Throw dirt on me. Grow wildflowers. That's what I heard. Sorry. I was about to sing that whole verse. Anyway, anywho, the who's out here is, this person, this tarot reader, likes to pull, and all of them do it. I've seen too many of you in my time, and I've only been here for a short period of time. It's like, ugh, there's too many of you losers. You sit there and you give people your opinion on their relationships when you have no idea what's going on in their relationship. And your opinions are absolutely negative. It's like, no wonder you're stuck with who you're stuck with. I can tell who wears the pants in your relationship. It's your way or the highway, right? That's how you run your relationships? I know it is. Because, bitch, you don't even cook a fucking meal. You always got your poofa hanging out. Is that what they call it? Fufa? Whatever. A big-ass fat roll of, it's called shadows is what we call it. Hanging out. You just keep tucking it into your stretchy pants, but it keeps popping out. You're too old to be dressing like that. I'm just saying, you can't put on nothing better than a tube top and some stretchy pants. That's how you get ready for work. That's what you sit behind the counter wearing with your fucking, with your fat hanging out. And that goes back to it, ladies. It don't matter what size you are. I'm seeing Pac. Oh, I had so much fun with that conversation with Pac. I'm like, go ahead, Pac, pull your shirt up and sit down like me. You're still going to see your jelly rolls too. That Tootsie Roll. Anyways, going back to it. She'll sit there and tell you, you know, how this person is this and that and the other, and how they're negative and how they're low life and they're this and they're a bitch and they're an asshole and they're this and they're that. That's how you look at people? And you're supposed to be a healer or a seer or anything? But that's how you talk about people? God's people? This is how you're talking about their lovers? They loved this person. And this person betrayed them and hurt them. And you're going to come out here just talking shit about this person like we ain't got feelings for this person? You're supposed to make us feel better about talking bad about our people? No. You suck at what you do. And that's just how you are. You just don't have time for nobody. You don't have consideration. You don't have understanding. You don't have forgiveness. You don't have kindness. You don't have respect. Right? And that goes back to your guys' card readings. You know, you see that there's all this, you know, that this relationship is, how does he say, tumultuous? You really need to expand your vocabulary, douchebag. Anyways, you know, no, what's that word you use all the time? Hold on a second. I don't know. It'll come to me. But anyways, it's like, you just want to talk about people. And that's how you view the world, through your cards. Again, you're not working with angels or gods or goddesses. You're working through your ego and a pack of cards. And you want to talk about people. You don't see the marathon that's happening. You don't see the progress. You don't see the journey. All you see is what's in front of you, which is your own Shadows. And you're projecting them on people. And that goes back to her especially. She's like, I just don't. I would never. All right. Sit there and order you some more food delivered straight to your face. You know what I mean? Like, okay. And then you got this guy over there too. Hey, bro, you're more homeless than I've ever been. And I've said this about artists too. You live in a fucking hotel. You've been wearing the same clothes for like 3 months. You don't cook your own foods. You don't do your own laundry. In the last 3 months, you have had how many different girls in your hotel room with you? You're nothing but a chaser. Do you understand that? Do you know who you are? Do you know what we see you for? Or you want us to believe because you're wearing, you know what I mean, Burberry, which is very old brand, you know what I mean, and Boss. You want us to believe that you're in a position of power, but you're not. You don't have a home. You don't have a family. You're chasing around little girls, taking naked pictures of them and trying to make your life seem like it's exciting. Asking other people where you should go and what you should do. I see everything, dude. I just don't talk on it. Should I go to Bali or Tokyo? Maybe you should go home and deal with your childhood traumas and quit running away from home. Maybe. So yeah, I was a little busy. I was ready to speak. And that's why I don't be speaking until I got to say something. And then it's like, oh God, I got to talk. Give me the mic. Give me the fucking mic. Pass the mic, Marshall. We're going to have to cut somebody real quick. Cut their egos down to nothing. That's it, guys. It is Saturday. It is Saturn day. Push it to the limits. It is a new moon in Scorpio. Okay, let me teach you what that means in mysticism. Erotic, as the douchebag says. Let me teach you what that means with the Holy Spirit and how God created this. This moon is about death, transformation, and rebirth. That's what the new moon in Scorpio, which is Pluto, stands for. You can call it by whatever you want to call it, but this was all called for you to transform. Did anybody do that? Okay, then you're the same old same hoe. It will not happen until you kill off parts of your life. Let it hurt, let it transform you, and then you yourself are reborn to start some new projects under the new moon. This happens every month. We prepare for this and do this once to twice a week, just on a collective level. I do it 4, 5, 6 times a day. Whenever Kobe says, "Wake up, think about this. We need to change this placement in your brain." It happens whenever. However, I go through lots of them, and I don't always share everything lately, but that's just the way it is. Thank you, Pac. So on a Saturday, you are pushed to your limitations. On a Saturn day, you are pushing your reality to its limitations. Is this real? Is this good enough? Or do you want something better? And if you do want something better, then there's no other way than Jesus's way, which is to walk away from that's no longer serving you. You can be a service to everyone else, but if you're not serving you, then you have no respect for the God that lies within you. You can be the biggest people pleaser ever, but when you get to the pearly gates, you're going to have to come back and do this again because you didn't honor the Holy Spirit within you. It's a Trinity. God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. Okay? All three of them lie within you. And then we've got to talk about the goddess, which is your feelings. You're not respecting who you are as a human being and what has been placed inside of you. You don't respect the human beings that are also having this experience. You don't respect life. You wake up with this idea that it's your day to shine and you want to be the brightest fucking star on the Walk of Fame. Walk of fuck of flame. That's what I heard. No. Put the flesh down and let the little boy or girl go that's inside that just wants to be appreciated and wants to enjoy the day. That's it. Stop trying to push yourself onto the world. And just enjoy the world that you live in, and the people that are placed in it. Yeah, there's some they're pains of asses. They really are. But these are God's people, and they're little children in grown-ass bodies trying to figure out how to manage a life that they think is right. They're all in these weird, twisted realities playing a fucking trippy game of Roblox, trying to build themselves up, put on the coolest outfit, go make a friend, and, you know, cash out. Be kind to them, because they're not kind to themselves. And, you know, that's the kind of shit we need. We need to teach people kindness. But ultimately, where the started was, you can't be someone else. All that trying to be someone else is wasting your fucking time and energy. It's not. Nothing you do is a waste. Everything you're doing is divinely orchestrated to teach you how to be better. But if your life's not getting better, it's because you're not learning. Some people, it takes a lot, a lot of my lessons, dude, I'm still like, damn, you're still doing it. It takes time to relearn, or to, you know, unlearn and relearn, or unlearn and learn something new. But y'all are doing all these old ass games and stuff that you think are going to work. And that goes back to my teaching. We're going to teach today, I promise. We're going to reopen my Eve and Morgan. You don't have to be what people want you to be. You have to be you. And if they don't want it, they can find another person to be around. And that's it. We're not trying to be what others want. We want others to appreciate who we are. And the only way they're going to appreciate it is by respecting it. And that's it. I respect you. I'm going to tell you this story that just popped in my head. It was scary. I don't remember how old I was, but I was scared. Oh, God, this is a terrible story. Here's the story. I was staying with my best friend. And she was kind of messing with this guy. They pretended to be boyfriend and girlfriend, but then they weren't, and they were, and they weren't, and they were, and whoever knows. Well, I ran into this guy on the streets, and he's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm not doing shit. He's like, come on, let's hang out today. I thought he was just being friendly because of my position, because he knows me and we were friends, and because, you know, he knew my ex-husband, and he knew the situation. He's like, come on, let's go to the store. I'm going to buy you some gear. Cool. Okay. I need some gear for sure. And why was that okay? Because we came from a group of people where we just look out for each other. If we were going to Mario's and I'm going to buy myself a new white tee, I'm going to buy you a new white tee. That's just how we rolled. If I got it, you got it. So we're cruising down the Blade, and he says, let's go stop at the store and get some clothes. I'm going to get me something. You want something? For sure. So he buys me an outfit. He buys himself an outfit. He said, hey, there's a new movie out. You want to go to the movie? Let's go to the movie. Fuck it. We ain't doing shit. Let's go to the movie. Hell yeah, let's go to Mission Valley. So we go and watch a movie. Then after that, hey, you want to smoke some weed? Yeah. It's like, dude, I'm going to dip this one. What? Yeah, I'm going to dip it. I'm going to dip it in Sherm. You ever smoke Sherm? Nah, never ever. It's like, it'll be all right. Okay. Well, it wasn't all right. It was like a quick overdose, and it ended up really, really bad. Somehow I ended up in a hotel room and ended up sleeping with this person, and then getting dropped off at my mom in the middle of the night, and it was just a whole traumatic event, right? So then later, word gets around that they had seen me in a hotel with this guy. I was overdosed on Sherm and didn't really, I have some of the memories of coming in and out of it, but that was the story. Did you sleep with him? I kind of remember something happening, yeah. So I'm in the room, I'm with my roommate, and it's his girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, who knows what the situation is. But now she knows, and she's got her two big friends with her two homegirls, the OGs. She's got Helen and Lisa, and these are like 30-year-old black women. I'm only in my teens. They're big. Helen's a man. Helen's LGBTQ, dude. She's a big-ass man of a woman. And then there's Lisa, who's, if you ever met a Lisa, you better watch out. So they're sitting there and they grill me. They're like, did you sleep with so-and-so? And I'm looking at my best friend, and I'm looking at these girls, and I know damn well that I need to lie, because this is going to be bad. But I don't have it in me. So I tell them, I take full responsibility. I said, yeah, I did. And they get up and they get in my face, and I don't have an opportunity to explain myself. I'm not really trying to, because now it's really bad. I'm looking at my friend and she's hurt because I slept with her man. But that's not exactly what happened. But I'm just, I'm in a moment where I'm getting pinned in a corner and I got to say what's happening. And so I take responsibility. And then they come at me and they're like, you're this and you're that, and how fucking dare you do that to your friend, and get your shit and get the fuck out of here. And so I get out of there and I leave. But I'm always like, damn, they're going to fuck me up one day for that. They're going to fuck me up for that shit, dude. I shouldn't have never done that. And I lived in fear that these bitches were going to beat my ass for sleeping with my friend's man. Right? So I stayed away from the Momo for quite some time because I was afraid I was going to catch one. And then one day I ended up at the Momo. I don't remember what happened, but I was there. And these broads are there, and they're going crazy. They're actually after someone else. Something else has happened there, and they're about to fuck up somebody else. And I'm standing there on the stairs, and here comes Lisa running down the stairs. I'm like, oh shit. She's going to say something to me. Because this is old beef, and I ain't seen her, and I'm sure she's going to fuck me up for this. Because she didn't do it last time. And she stops in the middle of her running, and she looks at me, and she says, you know what? What you did wasn't right. But you telling the truth was the most honorable thing I've ever seen done in my life. I don't respect what you did, but I respect that you're honest about what you did. And we're cool. And then she left and she went to go beat up somebody else. I think is what happened. I don't really remember. It was chaos. But anyways, going back to it is, you have to stand up. And honestly, you know, that position, I didn't have the memories to really, I couldn't even have it in me to say, no, he drugged me and raped me. I wasn't going to tell her that. I wasn't going to tell anybody that's what happened. I never told anybody that's what happened in there. I didn't tell nobody for years and years and years and years. But, you know what I mean? Like, you know that when you say this, everything is going to change and you might have a target on your back and you just got to sit there and, you know what I mean? And just be that fucking rabbit during hunting season. You know? And that's what it means to really stand up. It's like, I know, you know inside of you that if you answer this truthfully, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Please help me, God. This is going to be bad. That it's going to change everything. That this is going to die. Whatever it was before I opened my mouth is about to end. It's going to transform into something else. And either it's going to die right here or it can be reborn on my new truth. And that's really what it is. I didn't know. After that, we really wasn't friends. We would still come back and talk and stuff. But I mean, after you sleep with somebody's man, it's a little funny. So we weren't really friends after that. You know, it changed the dynamics of our friendships for sure. But, you know what I mean? At the same time, it's like, I wasn't, you know, I'm never too proud to admit or to lie about a mistake that I made or a position that I was in. And that's it, is you don't want people to see you for who you really are and what you've really done. You want them to think highly of you. You want them to think a way about you. So you project and manipulate their views upon you. You want them to see you, you know what I mean, as this good person and as successful and happy. And you don't want them to see who you really are and how you really feel, because you know that they'll reject you if they knew who you really were. And that's where a lot of this is, and why I ain't got a friend in the fucking world. You know what I mean? I said that, and then I saw Bobby's message. That's why I said, I've got one friend. That's Jesus. He said, no, you got two. I'm like, really? And then it turns out, and that's why I said, it's better to... I was like, who needs enemies when they have friends like you? And that's just really the truth, is people don't accept me the way that I am because I'm not accepting according to mass society. I don't live how you live. I don't talk like you talk. I will always say the truth. I am not afraid to, you know, ruffle feathers and stand up and be that voice of opposition. Do you know what I mean? And therefore, that makes me a liability to be around. She's going to get us in trouble. People are going to look at us. People won't like us because, you know, we don't fit in when we're around her. And that's it. I don't fit in. As they say, I'm a square peg in a round hole. I don't fit in. And that's okay, because the more I don't fit in, the more respect and admiration I get from people, because it's hard not to fit in. It's hard to be rejected. It's hard to be outcasted. You know what I mean? But the truth is that's what we all feel. I just wear it proudly. I know you don't like me. I know why you don't like me. But I'm not going to change it. I just have to accept that I'm not likable. according to your standards. But I love it. God loves it. There are people that think it's great. It's just not you. And very few can tolerate me. And that's okay. I don't need, you know what I mean? You don't have to tolerate me. I do. I have to be me. Not who you want me to be, but who I really am. So that you can either make an honest choice as to whether you like me or whether you don't. But all that manipulation to be something I'm not, pretend that I am, you know what I mean? Put on all the makeup and act and talk and all this, but then I'm going to turn around and be a total different bitch the next morning. No, I'm going to be this bitch every morning, every night, all night long. And that's just it. Quit switching up. You can't put on somebody else's skin to win. And even if you try, who would want it? Like, oh, you're like so-and-so. No, I'm not. I'm me. They're like me. I'm not like them. They're like me because I'm authentic. They're just trying to be like somebody else. And that's the difference is you don't want to be someone else. You just want to be you and be proud enough to be you. And that is the hardest thing. Can you accept yourself? The way that you talk, the way that you think, the way that you feel, the things that come out of your mouth, the shameful shit you be saying and doing? Do you love yourself? No. And that's why you keep trying to change yourself so that other people will love you because you don't love you. Ugh, I don't even want to mention it. But going back to my twin flames, I thought they could never love me the way that I was. And I couldn't love them the way that they are. But they love me full-heartedly, knowing how broken and distraught and crazy and burdened and ugly my life is. And that's what I love about them too. That's, why do we love Marshall Mathers? Because of his darkness and his life. We love the truth of the shit he's been through. That makes him, you know what I mean? That makes him worth admiring because he's been through something. But to the rest of you that pretend that you've never gone through nothing and everything's all good, there's nothing to admire about you. You know what I mean? There's not. And you're always trying to be admired for being what? Perfect? There's no such thing. And perfection is overrated because it's just a dressed up version of a piece of shit. Every single person that comes out here, all these celebrities and all of these high-profile people are nothing more than humans. They're God's children, and I can break them down into their little child form for you and show you. They just dress it up really nicely. But why? Why not just wear your, why not just wear your heart on your sleeve like I do? You're like, no, you're going to get hurt. If I let it hurt me. But, me having a heart makes me one of a kind where everyone else is walking around heartless towards themselves and towards each other. It's not a terrible thing to be, that dynamic, they say the empath and narcissist. They feed off of people with a heart. Everybody does. Why? Because they have no heart. And the truth is any of us with heart, it's not going to stop beating. It may get cold, it may get heavy, but it's a heart of gold that'll keep beating until the end of time. Not this time, but all time. It's like, you can't take my heart. I have too much heart to give. You know what I mean? I'm made to love. And that goes back to, you negative ass fucking tarot readers. You're not giving love and light. You're not giving respect or admiration. You're not giving kindness or consideration. You're giving your shitty ass opinion. You're projecting your feelings on people onto your collective readings. Who cares what you think about their lovers? Read the cards. We didn't come for your opinion about our relationships. Because your opinion doesn't matter. Look at your relationship. Look at your relationships. If they were that good, you wouldn't be talking so poorly. You're unhappy. And I've watched both of you, the two that I said this morning, I've watched both of you talk about your lovers. Was she not calling during your video and you got upset? This girl. Why didn't you answer the phone? If she called twice in a row, why wasn't it important? Your work was more important than the reason she was calling back to back? You have no respect for your girl. If you don't answer my fucking call, I'm not calling you again. I don't give a shit what you're doing. Pick up the phone. I need to talk to you. And that's what I mean. Or you got her that's constantly ordering food. Aren't you the feminine? Aren't you supposed to be cooking food for your family? No, you're just sitting there ordering it. Oh, let me write this down so I don't forget. You're taking notes too during the meetings, during your readings? Am I supposed to believe that you're professional, that you have any psychic abilities? Okay, let's get back to these cards. Let's talk more shit about people. Get out of here. You made a living like this? You can't live like this for very long. And that's it. It's like, I keep thinking God's going to bring me a friend. No, you're not friendly. You're not friendly. Listen to your videos. You're not friendly. You're dark and negative and ugly about everything that's going on in people's lives, including your own, which you never talk about unless it's all good. You only want people to think your life is all good. And then meanwhile, you want to talk about everybody else's bad life. Shut up. That's why you're stagnant. That's why you're stagnant. Seriously, with your fucking guts hanging out. Both of you. Literally. You know what I mean? I can see your childhood traumas. Your maternal fucking wounds. You know what I mean? And that's why it is. It's maternal. A lack of compassion. A lack of nurturing and love and understanding. Your mothers didn't love you, so you can't love anyone else. You have to keep them at a distance, and it's your way or the highway. Am I wrong? Uh-huh. And that's not projected in both of your videos all the time. And that's it. You keep projecting at people, but you don't see that there's us out here with eyes that see you for who you really are. And I see everything. I just don't always want to talk. Did you see that? Like my witch laugh? I love that part. I love when the witch laugh came in. The kids say when I really get going, I sound like SpongeBob. I really want to get a hold of that one. Oh, gosh. So, today's the day, losers and winners and everybody in between. Today's the day where you start loving yourself. That's it. Know thyself, love thyself. Put thyself, not selfishly, you know what I mean, but put yourself first. In the sense of you're not the most important person in the room. Your feelings are. You're not the most important person in the room. To be honest, most of the time I'm not. I mean, I'm the light in the room, but the light was brought to, to shine on someone else. And that's it. You always want to be in the spotlight. And then once we put you there, we see all your flaws. Everybody, look at me. I'm looking. Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? Again, I love you. I forgive you. I have compassion and understanding. I know where all this shit comes from. But I am here to make you aware of yourself and what you are not facing, which is you. Go look in the mirror and have a conversation with yourself and watch what kind of words come out. Watch how you talk to yourself. Look at how you look at yourself. Oh, I'm fat and I don't like myself and other than this. You'll sit there and tear yourself up in a mirror, but you want the world to love you. Distorted. And that's it. You're seeking something outside of yourself that you don't have for yourself. You're trying to make yourself lovable to yourself. Why don't you love yourself? What's wrong with you? Somebody told you you're not good enough? Or you tell yourself that? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we all do. And that's the reprogramming, is you're not your thoughts. Listen to them. Find out where they came from. Have compassion and understanding that this is why my mind works that way. But then take the time from your heart to tell your mind a different story. And literally speak it to yourself. Speak greatness over yourself. I'm not the best, but I'm getting better. I'm not her, but I'm great the way I am. I'm not going to be that person. I'm going to be me. And that's it, you know what I mean? Just that kind of stuff. But going back to you doppelgangers, you keep trying to put on my skin, you're going to be putting on my trials. That's all you get. That's all you get, dude. You tell the universe you want to, and that's it in my book. You may have subconsciously, unwittingly called this into your life by doing XYZ. You keep telling the universe that you want to be, spiritual. They're going to kill your flesh. The spirit is in the flesh. Do you know what I mean? You keep telling the universe that you want to do these things, then it's going to put you through the trials and the tribulations and the practices that it takes to be this person. Everybody says I'm so strong. No, I have no choice but to be strong when they're putting me through weak ass shit that breaks my flesh, to where my flesh can't cope, and my spirit must come in and be stronger than my flesh. That's how you get to be like me, but you got to break your own flesh. And that's what you're not trying to do. You're not trying to be broken. You're trying to be whole and complete and one with all that is. It's fragmented bullshit, dude. It's a puzzle piece. Seriously, my daughter's the best at puzzles. Maybe she could have helped me sooner. But anyways, no, it takes lots of work and lots of effort of working on you. Not working outside of you. Not working on people. Not working on your body. It's sitting there with you, just you, listening to your mind rattle and where it comes from, feeling how you feel about things, riding the flow of energy, whether it takes you to bad memories, whether it takes you to futuristic fears, whether it takes you to present moment insecurities. You ride the flow of energy to understand it. Y'all don't do any of that. You're not energy workers. You won't even stay in your own energy. You're putting all your energy into shit outside of you. Anybody new? Welcome to Advanced Level Healing. How are we going to do this? I'm going to pull out the books. For the new people, please go back and catch last Saturday's video. It's Queen Maeve and Morgan. Started to dig into it. We're going to really dig into it. We're going to cut it open and go surgical. What does that mean? We're going to cut into your heart. We need your heart to open. Stop working through the thoughts of your mind and start working through the feelings of your heart. That's the difference between being of the spirit and being of the flesh. Got it? Got it. So that's where we're at. What else? Aliens. Oh, gosh. That's creepy as shit. That creeped me out last night, too. The light workers. We need to bring up the light workers. They're ready for me to speak. So there's some messages there. And I know that something is coming in because it was like at the end of November. It was during Sagittarius season. Is all these synchronicities. For that, I don't know. You're going to have to go back in my Lumerian teachings. But basically, they were teaching the Christ consciousness too. All beings are trying to get your brain on a consciousness of that of Christ. To be Christ-like. It's all in your brain. Your heart has to teach your brain how to think. And how to, you know what I mean? That's it. And that's the reprogramming of the mind. How do you become biblical? How do you become divine? You die to the flesh, which is your brain and what it thinks and wants and believes. And you walk in the spirit, where you walk in your heart and what it thinks and believes. It is a fucking mud bath, and we do this shit a lot. You can't catch up with me because it's not even a contest. There's not a linear way to be where I am, because ultimately you could learn a lesson that I have yet to learn. We're all learning at different times and spaces in different energies. And that's why it's important to share the learning experience with each other, because we're all in different realities, learning different things, bringing it back to the one reality to teach all. It's the ascension. We rise, we learn, we fall back, and we teach. We rise, we learn, we fall back, and we teach. And that goes back to my other video trying to tell you guys how I'm no longer in the spirit. During the ascension, it was my flesh trying to get back to the spirit. So I was being guided by the spirits back to my spirit. Then I went back into the light, and now I'm the spirit in the flesh. They're no longer guiding me, but are with me. They don't have to guide me back to the light. They walk with me now as I hold the light. That's the difference. Nobody's left me. It's that I'm not being guided. I'm the pathfinder, and they walk with me. And that's it. You know, before it was do what they say, go here, do this, do that. And that's what the cry was. For anyone that wants to understand, there's a video, maybe 2 months ago, how I got back to the light. And I'm crying there. I'm like, Pac, where are you? Where are you, Pac? He said, we did our job. We got you back to the light. All we had to do was get you to the light. And now you stay in the light, and we'll walk around. We walk with you and protect you from the darkness. I don't have to get back to the light. I am the light again. And so the ascension is getting back to the light. And then you finally figure out that you are this soul, and now you got to put the skin back on and be the soul inside the skin. But the ascension in the beginning, it's your soul's, your skin's trying to wake up to your soul. Is how it works. So, advance, beyond advance. I've been at this for 2 years. Welcome to the ride. It is the ride of your life. My job is to hurt your feelings to where it'll hurt you enough to change something in your life. I'm not here to hurt your feelings. They're your feelings. I'm going to say things that are going to bring up your feelings of hurt. And I'm going to teach you how to deal with them with love and compassion so that you yourself don't hurt anymore. And you're no longer hurting other people when they say things and do things to you. Got it? It's a Christ consciousness. And it's not easy. It's not easy. Our brain is all wicked, bro. I will cut you. With my words, usually, not my actions. So, that's it. Stop trying to be something you're not and just be who you are and wear that. And that's really what the whole thing was, is denying myself who I was so that I could be pleasing. But in denying myself, I was absolutely anything but pleasing. I can't be what you want. But the more that I'm like me, the more I can deal with myself and love myself, even if others don't. But when I'm trying to be like you, I don't like you, me, or anybody. And that's just the way it is. All right, so that's our message for this morning. We'll pull out the books later on today and some cards, and I don't know, maybe we'll do a couple. I'm chilling like the villain you think I am. Hey, new people, keep up, please. Don't give up. That's it. Don't give up. Just deal with it. When the memories come into your mind and the hard feelings and the thoughts that you don't want to, shed a tear for yourself, bro. Cry for yourself. Because you yourself need that. You deserve it. And that's how we get through this. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, light worker, starseed, mystic, medium, witch, and messenger of God. I am Lilith reincarnated. I am the goddess of hell, and I am here to walk you out of the hells of your own mind and get you back to your heart. I'm going to kick your ass through it, but as long as you don't give up, you're not going to lose, and you will be okay. You will get back to the light. Who are you on the other side? A whole bunch of fun. You don't shed the darkness. The darkness is who you are, but we're going to work through it and grab our strength from that darkness. Okay? Hey, I love yous. Laters. Bye.